When you are broke, you'll feel uncomfortable and stuck because you don't have the money to do what you want to do. You are constantly in a bad mood, and worse, you can suffer from depression. This can be due to various reasons such as low earnings, losing a job, or even depleted savings. While being broke is something that everyone experiences at some point, it is something that you would rather avoid if you know how to. Thus, in this video, we'll discuss some of the things that are draining your finances and making you broke. The first thing is you want people to think you are rich. When you are always spending more than you earn, then that is one of the reasons that you are broke. For example, when you buy something, think of it in terms of the hours worked in your time. Let's say you earn $800 a month and you work 8 hours a day for 20 days per month. Then in total, you work for 160 hours. To get your hourly rate, divide 800 by 160. You'll get $5 per hour. Now, if you buy an iPad worth $1,000, divide that by the hourly rate. 1,000 divided by 5 equals 200 hours, which means you need to work 200 hours to buy this iPad. What if you bought a cheaper one for $200? So it will be $200 divided by 5, which equals 40 hours. 40 hours divided by 8 hours equals 5 days. From this, it would take you to work 25 days to buy the expensive iPad and 5 days to buy the cheaper one. And anyway, this expensive iPad will become old in a couple years. That's why, before you buy something, consider your hourly rate of income and don't go beyond that or you'll become broke. The second thing is fear is holding you back and keeping you broke. Life involves taking risks, whether big or small. But when fear is ruling your life and controlling all the decisions you make, then it will keep you in the same broke spot because you will be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and try something that will make you wealthy. To stop being broke, take that first step out of your comfort zone. Try some new investments, do something different, and conquer that fear. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. When you have a project in mind that you want to start that could potentially make you wealthy and help you out of a broke rut, but you find yourself procrastinating and coming up with excuses every day, then you have let fear control you, and this is how you keep being broke. Change your mindset, focus on what needs to be done, fight off the fear, and just do it. This way, you'll conquer fear and never be broke again. Remember, you might not succeed on the first investment or business. It is okay to fail. However, we should call it a try, not a failure. All wealthy people tried many times until they found something that worked for them. You just see the end results of their journeys. The third reason for being broke is that you have unrealistic financial goals. It's okay to dream that one day you'll be like Warren Buffett or Steve Jobs. But being like them might involve doing what they did to get where they are, and that sometimes will need you to have a loaded bank account. Without this, you'll keep dreaming and sleep being broken. The best thing will be to make realistic financial goals and take baby steps to achieve financial independence. When you're trying to find ways to stop being broke and earn some extra money, then you need to sit yourself down, have a candid conversation with yourself, and start writing down your financial goals. And don't just write that you want to stop being broke. No, get into detail. What do you want to do to get there? What do you have? What are the timelines? And what's the first step? Having realistic financial goals will help you succeed and stop being broke. Sometimes having too many roadblocks can make your financial goals unrealistic. For instance, if you want to start a business that will help you stop being broke all the time, but you have credit card debt or other loans that you still have to deal with, then these are roadblocks. Therefore, you need to prioritize and balance how you'll pay these off while keeping a little aside for your plans. The fourth point is that you are spending your money on lotteries. You wake up today and have this feeling that today is your day. You'll win the lottery. So you go ahead and buy a ticket, hoping to win against millions of other people bidding for the same lottery. You have this belief that if only you could win, then you would stop being broke and would be rich for the rest of your life. The only thing this does is deplete your finances further because the odds of winning are extremely low. How about investing that money in something more profitable, like shares and stocks or any other investment methods? Bad financial decisions keep you poor, including spending your money on the lottery. This has a lot to do with consumerism and being brainwashed into thinking you are missing out if you don't buy a ticket. This will keep you broke. Shut out all the noises telling you to buy that lottery ticket and focus your mind on things that will help you get financial independence. The fifth point is you have bad financial habits that are keeping you broke. Just like you are what you eat, your bank account is what is credited. If you eat junk and unhealthy food, you will be unhealthy and will have health problems. But if you eat healthy food, you will be healthy and happy. In the same way, if you are always debiting your account for unnecessary things without putting it back, you will always be broke and your account will be unhealthy. If you are a spendthrift who doesn't think twice about buying something, then you will find yourself broke all the time and start wondering where your money goes. Dealing with money requires a level of consciousness that will stir you up and make you stop to think if that purchase is really necessary. This way, you will stop being broke and manage your money better. When you have a credit card, it can come in handy during emergencies when you need to make a payment first. It also works well for someone disciplined. But when you have bad financial habits, then you will be swiping your credit card left and right, which will incur interest, which you have to pay later. This is a bad habit that is keeping you broke. The sixth point is you have a negative mindset about life and money. A broke person thinks that having or not having money does not matter because he has accepted his financial situation. But a rich person holds money in high regard because he knows he needs money to move things. A broke person believes that the broke life just happened to him. Because of this mindset, he will accept his situation and not even work to change it. To stop being broke, you have to start with your mind. When you have a negative mindset towards money and a bad attitude, then this will negatively influence your financial state. There is a saying that goes, "You are your thoughts." Being broke sometimes is self-inflicted because you stand in your way of financial independence. But when you cultivate a positive mindset towards money, then even the universe will work to make money come to you. Being broke can negatively impact you and make you feel like you're stuck, always feeling that you didn't do your best or that you are a failure. But when you constantly put yourself down, then you are cultivating a negative attitude toward money. Instead, pull yourself together, take a deep breath, and tell yourself that you will have financial freedom. There is nothing as strong as the power of positive thinking. Lastly, you're taking on too many debts. When you are obsessed with taking debt because you have to buy everything you see and are an impulse buyer, you will stay broke. This also happens when you never save, and so you have to take debt when an emergency arises. These financial problems can be avoided if you avoid debt and cultivate a habit of saving. When you don't keep a budget, then you will always be broke because you will always spend more than you should. Then, when it runs out, you will look for debt. A budget will keep you disciplined on how you spend your money, and you will track where your money goes. This way, you will avoid debts and being broke, as you will have more control over your financial future. If you want to have money for retirement, then you need to be financially independent now. And that means not being broke and not taking on unnecessary debts. You will not be able to save for retirement, so before you spend your money, think about the future life you'd like to have. Retirement is the time to relax, not the time to still be paying off debts from years ago. So be smart and stay out of debt. No one likes being broke, but when you avoid things such as debts, bad financial habits, wanting to look rich, and having unrealistic financial goals, then you will start your journey to financial freedom. Many people have a financial goal of becoming rich, living a high lifestyle, affording anything they want, and living comfortably. If you want to get rich, first and foremost, you must know that you will need to put in a lot of time, patience, and effort. After that, you need to know what the journey to getting rich looks like and what you need to do to get there. In this video, we'll discuss 5 simple steps that will show you how to get rich. As you follow these steps, be consistent, determined, and keep your eyes on the price. The first step is not to reinvent the wheel. Instead, go where there is potential. If you are intelligent, dedicated, career-forward, hardworking, and have a high sense of integrity, you may think that you have all the ingredients necessary to become rich. On the contrary, the missing ingredient is your industry of expertise. If your industry's demand is going down, such as gasoline motor vehicles, then you will not be able to get wealthy. But if it's in demand, such as tech, then you are on your way to becoming rich. There are industries that pay higher salaries than others, and if you are on a mission to become rich, then you have to consider the industry you have chosen and its potential to make you rich. Industries such as healthcare, finance, and real estate have high potential as they pay higher salaries, which will help you to become rich. If you want to get rich, then you have to be ready to do what it takes to get rich in your industry. Getting into a high-paid career will help you to save money, to invest, or to start a business that is related to your career or another type of business. You have 2 options: either continue in your career and invest, or save the money and then pull out and start your entrepreneurship journey. Secondly, work on saving your first $10,000 for major investments. When you want to become rich, you need to have some money set aside, which will act as capital when starting a business. According to Charlie, the amount you should aim to start with is $10,000. This is one of the most challenging things on your path to getting rich, as it takes effort and determination, but once you take your first step, you'll be well on your way, and once you attain it, you can invest and become rich. To become rich, you need to start thinking about financial investments. To do this, you'll need to change your mindset and save at least half of your income until you accumulate $10,000 in savings. Once you have it, spend it on investments such as stocks and profits, rather than going on a shopping spree for things that will not help your cause. This discipline and change of lifestyle are what will help you to create wealth. When you invest this into the market, you will earn high returns, which you will be able to reinvest, and this will create a snowball effect the more you earn. At this point, the money will work for you, as the snowball effect gains more momentum and strength, gives you more returns, and makes you rich. The third step is you need to invest in equity. Investing in equity is one sure way of becoming rich. When you invest in equity, you earn dividends, and the higher the amount you invest, the higher you earn. But before you buy shares, research the most promising and growing companies. You can also talk to your financial advisor. Once you have all the information, buy equity from that company and watch as you become rich. If you want to become rich, then focus on companies that give you the ability to own shares in that company. When you join such a company, your stake in the company increases the more equity you own. This means you'll have more privileges as far as earnings and company assets. In addition, consider this as a source of extra income, as you'll be earning dividends, which will put you on the path to becoming rich. If you own equity in a company that is very business savvy and reinvests the earnings you get from your investment then not only are you going to earn dividends from your initial investment, but you will also earn from the reinvestment. This compound interest you earn will help you to accumulate wealth, get rich, and live the life you've always wanted. The fourth step is to avoid the debt trap by watching your spending. If you want to become rich, then you have to spend less than you earn. This is a simple rule that most people find challenging to live by. When you always spend more than you earn, then you will find yourself getting into debt and applying for loans to fund your expenses. Cushioning yourself on loans and spending what you earn with abandon will only aggravate a bad situation and get you deeper into debt instead of making you rich. Credit card is very convenient and useful if you are disciplined, but if you swipe your credit card everywhere and accumulate all this interest, which you leave outstanding for long periods, then you'll find it very hard to become rich. Worse yet, some max out their credit cards and make a piecemeal payment each month just to cover the interest. The best thing you can do with a credit card that won't stand in your way of getting rich is to pay the debt on time and be disciplined when using your card. For you to become rich, you have to avoid the debt trap. When you are living from hand to mouth, then it means you are not saving and you are not investing, which means that you are not thinking about the future. It also means you are taking out loans and debts just to get by. To become rich, you must start thinking about savings and forego some of the comforts and luxuries you are used to. Sacrifice now and benefit tomorrow. This is the only way for you to achieve financial prosperity and secure a rich future. Last but not least, the fifth step is to diversify with caution. When you excessively diversify your investment portfolio, then you run the risk of not being able to properly monitor all of them effectively and take timely action where necessary. With this, you may find that you have unintentionally ignored or haven't been able to monitor an asset for too long until it becomes unprofitable. To become rich, you need to have a manageable investment portfolio unless you have a high risk tolerance and can manage a large investment portfolio. If you plan to have a large stock investment portfolio with a wide base of diversification, then it is important to take the time to learn about each of the stocks you plan to buy. Simply putting your investment in one company after another and hoping that the companies do everything so your investment works in your favor are playing with fire. If you want to be rich, then you have to be hands-on in your investment. Know about the companies you are investing in and monitor them so that in case anything happens, you have ample time to pull out and save your investment. To get rich, you need to avoid asset-specific risk when diversifying your investment portfolio. It is important to have some balance in your diversifications so that in case one fails, then you remain with one that can still sustain you. Otherwise, if you put too much into one asset and it fails, then you'll be left with one which has less investment and will not be able to sustain you the same way. This will affect your wealth significantly. Getting rich is possible if you can avoid the debt trap, invest in equity, and follow paths that have potential. Once you have saved up your first $10,000, invested in profitable ventures, and watch your money work for you and make you rich. What's the value of your earning power? When you spend money on things that don't add value to your life and don't help you create wealth, you are throwing away your money and your earning power, because whatever you earn is going into unnecessary spending, and this is what is keeping you poor. In this video, we'll discuss 14 ways poor people spend their money that is stagnating them and standing in the way of wealth creation. The first thing is accumulating debt on credit cards and loans. Having a credit card is like digging yourself into a hole from which you might not be able to get out, especially if you carry a credit card balance that attracts high interest rates. What poor people don't realize is that once they get into debt, then they start working for the one they owe and not for themselves until the debt is fully paid. To avoid being caught up in this storm, avoid debts unless it's worth it and necessary. The second way is spending your money on bars. Drinking beer once or twice daily costs between $35 and $40 a week, which is more than $3,000 annually. If you want to meet up with friends, you don't have to do it in a bar. You can do it at home as it will be cheaper. You can even eliminate drinking, such as just drinking during Saturday football games at home. But if you have to go to a bar, choose one that provides a happy hour. The third way is being obsessed with the latest technology products. If you're always buying the next new thing, whether it's a phone, new electronics, watch, or sound systems, you have allowed yourself to be sucked into the shiny new toy syndrome where if it's new, you must have it. But if you take a step back, you will realize that the difference between what you have and the new thing is very minimal and not worth the amount spent. Wouldn't it be better to spend that money on something more valuable like an investment course? The fourth way is buying too many clothes. One thing poor people do is spend too much money on clothes, then spend even more time trying to figure out what to wear because none of the clothes are ever good enough. If you take a look at rich people, they would rather spend their money building wealth than accumulating clothes that don't add value. Make this way, the time they would have to spend sifting through clothes to find what to wear is better spent thinking of ways to make more investment. The fifth way is the delusional thinking that a new car is an investment. Poor people spend their money buying new cars, which depreciate as soon as they start driving them. This is not a wise financial decision, especially when you take out a loan to buy a car. If you want to get out of the poverty rut, spend less than 10% of your annual income on a car, and if you can get a second-hand one, the better. The destination remains the same whether this is a new car or second-hand, so think smart about your money and spend it wisely. The sixth way is spending money on an inactive gym membership. Buying a gym membership is not the only way to stay fit, but this is something that poor people are yet to understand. More so if you are not committed to the fitness journey and rarely show up. To avoid this, the smarter choice will be to use free options like running, jogging, or even using workout videos at home. This way, you'll have more control over your workouts and save the money you would have spent on membership. The seventh point is not following your budget when buying a home. One of the most exciting moments in life is when you buy your own home and no longer have to worry about rent and annoying landlords. But one thing poor people do is that they get so engrossed in getting the perfect home of their dreams that they lose sight of their budget and are even ready to top up with a loan just to get the home. It's much wiser to get what is affordable and forget about looking like others. The eighth point is spending money on games and in-app purchases. Many people take gaming as a form of entertainment and are die-hard fans of particular games, spending hours playing every day. Not only this, but they also spend money buying lives and other in-app purchases for whichever game they are playing. For instance, Candy Crush raked in approximately $3 million daily. Let that sink in, then think of how much of that came from your pocket for whichever game you play. The ninth way is going out expenses. Before you all get into a fit, no one says that you should never go out. On the contrary, socializing is part of living. But it becomes a problem when the amount you spend on going out is so high that you could. Poor people will go out every day, every other day, or every payday without realizing the money they are giving out. By all means, go out. But every payday doesn't need to be a going out day. Why not try staying home instead? The 10th point is gambling. Poor people have dreams of someday winning big, and that is why they are so susceptible to gambling. They form the highest percentage of people who spend on lottery tickets, scratch cards, and casinos. Remember, according to a 2012 study, those in the lower socioeconomic status had the highest lottery gambling rate of 61%. Remember, when they say spend money to make money, they don't mean gambling. The 11th point is impulse buying. One of the most significant ways of throwing away money is impulse buying, and it's a habit that poor people have cultivated. At every checkout lane, there are always some items strategically placed to jumpstart your urge to buy something else that you didn't plan, even though they are not more expensive, and if you are not disciplined, you will always spend money on an impulse, wasting money in the process. The 12th point has to do with beauty. But how, you might ask? Most poor people view rich women as being more attractive because of the belief that rich women can go to the salon when they want and apply the best makeup. But the fact is, rich women don't even do this, and most will be found with very minimal makeup. They know the value of their money and prioritize where they spend it. The 13th way is spending money on expensive kid toys. Splurging expensive toys on your kids when you can't afford them is a recipe for a dry wallet. However, poor people want to keep up with their friends' kids who always have the best toys, and they don't want their kids left behind. But instead of keeping up with these friends, it is more advisable to buy such expensive toys on special occasions such as birthdays, because kids get tired of even the newest toys very easily. Last but not least, the 14th way is being swayed by miracle diets. Most poor people have the mentality of seeing results quickly, and this applies to losing weight as well. They don't want to do the work, eat healthily, and work out. Instead, they would rather spend money on miracle diets, which promise that you will wake up in your dream body without even doing high jumps. This is just consumerism in action, and poor people have to let go of this brainwashing and do the work to keep themselves healthy and in shape. You should always strive to spend money on things that add value to your life and help you to build wealth. When you spend money on things like credit card debt, new clothes, new cars, gambling, and gym memberships that you never attend, you are doing a disservice to yourself and wasting your money.
According to Charlie Munger, your first $100,000 is the hardest to save, but once you have reached this milestone, it will change your life in so many ways, and if you are smart, you will not need to worry about money again. In this video, we'll discuss why your first $100,000 in savings will change your life. The first reason is that you will get high returns on your investments. When you invest $100,000 in a portfolio that is giving you 4% dividends annually, you will be earning $4,000 annually in dividends, which comes to more than $300 per month. Imagine getting this without having to do anything extra. It's a game changer. This might look like not much money, but by having an investment mindset, you can generate money from each penny, because you can take those $4,000 and invest them again in small businesses while keeping your $100,000 generating money. If you would love to invest in real estate with $100,000, you can easily do this through real estate investment trusts, which have a high long-term capital appreciation and high dividend. Historically, with an average rate of 12%, you can expect to earn $12,000 yearly, which only appreciates with time. When you invest your $100,000 in a peer-to-peer lending platform, then expect to earn a tidy sum of recurring passive income based on their historical returns. If you invest $100,000 with a return of between 3 to 7.5%, then you can expect to earn around $7,500 annually. Secondly, you will have financial flexibility. When you invest your $100,000 in a portfolio that gives you $300 every month, you can flex your financial muscles and move things around in a way that works best for you and gives you more value. The extra cash gives you more flexibility as you have more money to work with and achieve your goals. If you have been thinking about starting a business but didn't have enough money, then having $100,000 will help kickstart your dream of owning a business without fear of running out of money just when the business is beginning to take off. It gives you a great launching pad to have a successful business. When you have enough money at your disposal, such as $100,000, it gives you financial peace and flexibility because you don't have to worry about any eventualities or emergencies that might occur. After all, you are cushioned as far as funds are concerned, so even as you look to invest it, the thought that the money is there gives you a sense of peace. The third reason is that you will be more confident in making money decisions. When you have $100,000, you will get a confidence boost that will go through the roof. This is because it is not only a financial milestone, but it is a stepping stone to making bold investment decisions, because you have enough capital and you know that the returns will be good. It will even give you the confidence to take on more risks and earn more returns. If you have $100,000, you aggressively spend on learning costs to gain more knowledge of the different investment vehicles available. It gives you the confidence to learn something about investment because you want to invest it in the best possible way, and for this, you are motivated to spend some time learning. If you work in a toxic environment that is doing nothing for your mental health, then with $100,000, you have a safety net and the confidence to quit your job and start making investments that will give you great return. You could also start a business doing something you love and, in the process, take care of your mental health. The fourth reason is that you will hit more milestones with ease. When you hit the financial milestone of $100,000, you will find it much easier to now hit $200,000, $400,000, and so on, because you now have the capital to invest in a diverse portfolio and earn more return. With this amount in your savings, the sky is not the limit. With $100,000, you can finally stop working for money, make money work for you, and hit those wealth milestones. You'll do this by investing the money in an investment vehicle that helps you generate more money without having to add anything more to the $100,000 savings. This will help you grow your wealth and reach more milestones. The fifth reason is that you will be able to make more personalized financial decisions with ease. If you have been thinking of a career switch, but didn't have the guts or financial muscle to do that, then having $100,000 will help you to join the career you love without worrying about being able to provide for yourself during the transition period. If you have been thinking about a down payment for a house, then having $100,000 will give you the financial push to buy your first house. Then you can rent it for Airbnb and generate passive income, investing the money and earning returns that will help you grow your family comfortably as you grow your wealth. The sixth reason is you will be in a better position to think about your future. When you have $100,000, you will be able to boost your emergency reserves, which will give you an even better cushion against any unforeseen events. The rule of thumb is to have an emergency fund covering at least 6 months of your living expenses, but with $100,000, you will be able to put aside more as you invest the cash and earn returns. Financial stability is not just about having money, but also about not having debts. With $100,000, you will be able to address your debt position and ensure that any debts are cleared. You could invest this cash and use the returns to clear all your debts and live a debt-free life as your money continues working for you. You can't think about your future without thinking about retirement. With $100,000, you will be in a much better position to work towards a retirement fund, as you will be able to put aside some money with every return. In addition, once you retire, then you will not have to worry about your monthly retirement money if they are much or less, because your investments are generating money for you already. The seventh and last point is that you will be able to protect yourself. When you have $100,000, you will be able to take up insurance covers such as health, home, and life insurance while pursuing your entrepreneurship journey, which will cushion you against emergencies and prevent you from having to use your savings and earnings to pay for an emergency, as your insurance will take care of it. Creating a financial plan has no benefit when you don't have the finances to begin with, but armed with $100,000, you will be able to carefully draft a financial plan regarding things such as your budget, spending, and retirement, which will help you to feel more established, prepared, fulfilled, and confident. Take insurance on yourself by investing in yourself. Armed with $100,000, you can upgrade your skills and expertise, which will make you more knowledgeable and marketable. Your first $100,000 will give you financial flexibility and peace, better returns on your investments, and you will also be able to hit more financial milestones as you make more informed investment decisions. You will be able to earn passive income that will give you financial freedom and build you more wealth for a more secure future. If you want to know how to save your first $100,000, then check the next video. Are you ready to take control of your finances and save your first $100,000? If you're not disciplined with your spending and need a plan, it's easy to overspend and find yourself in debt. But with the right mindset and approach, saving your first $100,000 is achievable. Most of our behavior is habitual, and habits can be hard to break. There is a famous saying, the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. So it's best to work on developing good money habits while breaking bad ones. In this video, we'll share 7 essential tips to remember if you want to save your first $100K. By following these simple tips, you'll be well on your way to building your wealth and achieving your financial goals. So let's get started. The first tip you need to have is right mindset. The right mindset is crucial when saving your first $100,000. You need to understand that this long-term goal requires discipline and focus. To get there, it's essential to train your mind and budget accordingly. Start by creating a budget that is focused on achieving your savings goal. Then be mindful of your spending and look for ways to reduce expenses. Remember, small sacrifices like cutting back on your daily Starbucks can make a big difference in your savings. It's also essential to keep your goal in mind and understand the sacrifices you need to make to reach it. However, don't see these sacrifices as a burden, but as a means to an end. Understanding this mindset can help you stay motivated and on track to reaching your savings goal. So take control of your finances and train your mind to become a disciplined saver. Remember, every penny saved brings you closer to your $100,000 goal. The second tip you need to do is to keep costs low. A significant part of your budget is comprised of your expenses, but there are always ways to reduce these costs. Here are some examples of what you can do. Make more meals at home instead of dining out. Take your kids to the park or zoo instead of the mall. Buy groceries in bulk instead of making frequent small purchases. Give up smoking or other expensive habits. Bring lunch to work. Use your car until it can no longer be driven. Don't upgrade your smartphone until it can't function anymore. Consider using alternative energy sources to light and heat your home. You can still live comfortably while making these changes and putting the savings towards your goal of $100K. The third tip you must do is to reduce your interest burden. By doing so, you'll be able to free up more funds for savings and lower your expenses. If you have student loan debt, make it a priority to pay it off. Take a look at all your loans and see how long you will pay them off. You can liquidate some debts if you have savings or fixed deposits. Consider prepaying debts with bonuses or dividends to lower your interest burden. Talk to your credit card company and negotiate a lower interest rate if you have credit card debt. Check debt transfer offers with 0 introductory rates or look into consolidation. With a good credit score, you can get a debt consolidation loan with 1 monthly payment and a low interest rate. When taking out a new loan, ensure your return exceeds your interest payments. In addition, consider margin accounts that help you invest more with higher returns. By taking these steps, you can reduce your interest burden and increase your savings. The fourth tip to save your first 100K is to save on taxes. One of the first places to look for tax shelters is through your employer's benefit offerings. Many benefit plans offer tax advantages, including traditional 401k plans where you can invest pre-tax dollars and pay your retirement tax rate instead of your current rate on withdrawals. Another option is a traditional individual retirement account, IRA, or municipal bonds. With a Roth IRA, you have the advantage of being able to withdraw your contributions without penalty or taxes at any time. However, if you withdraw your earnings, you may be subject to penalties and taxes. It's essential to work with a financial professional to understand the various tax-sheltered options and which one works best for your financial goals. Adding up money to those plans, as the money will be invested for you, then you are closer to the $100,000. The more you contribute, the faster you will save. The fifth tip you must do is manage your risks appropriately. Managing risk is an essential part of saving your first 100K. Regarding investments, it's necessary to strike a balance between the potential rewards and the risks involved. For example, high-risk investments like penny stocks and AIPos can bring in large returns quickly, while low-risk investments like high-grade corporate bonds offer steady returns. It's important to understand that investing always involves some level of risk and to make informed decisions about which types of investments are suitable for you. Consider your risk tolerance and your long-term financial goals and do your research before making any investment decisions. Working with a financial professional can help you navigate the risks and make informed investment choices that align with your financial goals. By considering your risk tolerance and financial goals and researching, you can make smart investment choices to help you reach your savings goals and secure your financial future. The sixth tip you must do is to create short-term saving goals. The journey to saving your first 100K can be challenging and overwhelming, but breaking it down into short-term goals can make it more manageable. To stay motivated and on track, set achievable short-term goals that will keep you on track to reach your ultimate goal. For example, if you want to save $100,000 in 6 years, start by setting a goal of saving $1,000 per month. Breaking it down into smaller, manageable goals can make the process less intimidating and help you stay focused on your end goal. Another way to create short-term saving goals is by setting aside a little bit of money every day, like the man in the example who put aside small changes for his daughter's college fund. This small daily habit can add up to a significant amount over time and keep you motivated to reach your end goal. Finally, the seventh tip you need to do is to generate additional income. This is a crucial step, as having multiple income streams can help you reach your goal faster. Utilize your skills and talents to bring in some extra money. For example, if you are passionate about cooking, you could start a meal delivery service or start a cooking channel. Or if you have a talent for photography, you could offer your services for special events. Selling handmade crafts at the local market or offering freelance services can also be great ways to bring in additional income. Remember, your spare time can also be precious. Keep your skills to use. Utilize them to bring in more money towards your $100,000 goal. The key is to be creative and proactive in generating additional income. Remember, saving for a financial goal is not an overnight process, but by applying these tips and sticking to a plan, you will be well on your way to achieving your goal. Now it's your turn to share. Do you already follow some of these tips in your own life? Then, in the comments section, let us know when you started implementing them. We would love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for watching this video.
Do you want to invest in real estate without owning it? Then REITs are a great way to a real consistent passive income. In this video, we'll explain REITs, how they work, and how you can start investing in them. So if you're ready to take your investing game to the next level, grab a notebook and let's dive in. So what exactly are REITs? Simply, REITs stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. They are a group of companies that own, operate, or finance an income-producing real estate, such as shopping centers, office buildings, apartment complexes, and hotels. REITs allow ordinary people to invest in real estate without owning it. It's a great way to diversify your portfolio and earn passive income. By investing in a REIT, you're buying shares in a company that owns these properties and earns income from them. Here's the key benefit. Because REITs are required by law to distribute at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders, they often offer attractive dividends to investors. This means you can make money from real estate without actually owning or managing any property yourself. There are a few different kinds of REITs. The most common types are equity REITs, mortgage REITs, and hybrid REITs. If we start with the equity REITs, it invests primarily in property and manages it for the benefit of shareholders. So, how do equity REITs invest in property and manage it? Well, they use the funds from their shareholders to purchase and operate various properties. These include warehouses, apartment complexes, medical centers, data centers, new construction, hotels, and more. Anything privately owned and used can be part of a REIT's holdings. One of the great things about REITs is that they're easy to create and manage, which is why they've become such a massive part of the investment market. In fact, it's estimated that American REITs collectively contain about $3 trillion. Let's talk about mortgage REITs, the less common variety of REITs. These work differently than equity REITs. Just like a bank gives loans to people to buy houses, and mortgage REITs invests in mortgages, which are loans given to individuals or companies to purchase real estate. The main way a bank makes money from a mortgage is through the interest the borrower pays. Similarly, an MREIT earns income primarily from the interest collected on the mortgages it holds. Banks assess the risk of lending money, deciding who gets a loan and at what interest rate. In the case of REITs, managing risk involves choosing which mortgages to invest in and managing the potential impact of changing interest rates. So they will use the money you invested to lend to others buying real estate. One key thing about REITs is they are quite sensitive to changes in interest rates. If interest rates rise, it can affect the value of the mortgages they hold and their earnings. Generally, REITs can offer higher yields, in other words, returns, compared to equity REITs, but they also come with higher risks, especially related to interest rate changes. So, if you're considering investing in mortgage REITs, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons. On the one hand, they can offer attractive yields and provide diversification benefits in your portfolio. But on the other hand, their performance can be more volatile than equity REITs. Now, let's talk about hybrid REITs, which is a type of real estate investment trust that combines the strategies of both equity REITs and mortgage REITs. Hybrid REITs invest in physical real estate properties and real estate mortgages. This means they own properties and also invest in loans related to real estate. Because of their dual approach, hybrid REITs have two main sources of income. They earn rental income from the properties they own, and they also earn interest from the mortgage-related investments they hold. One of the key advantages of hybrid REITs is diversification. By having both types of investments, they can potentially balance the risks and returns. For example, if the property market is down, but the mortgage market is doing well, the mortgage side can help offset losses from the property side and vice versa. Hybrid REITs have the flexibility to adjust their investment strategies according to market conditions. They can choose to invest more in physical properties or in mortgages, depending on which is more favorable. Apart from these three types, REITs can be compared into two types: public and private. So, what's the difference between public and private REITs? REITs can be publicly or privately held, meaning some are available to just about anyone with the capital to invest, while others are privately owned by individual companies. Publicly traded REITs are available on public exchanges and can be bought and sold by anyone with the funds to invest. Whereas private REITs are only available to accredited investors. They have to meet specific financial requirements before investing. These private REITs are not available on public exchanges and are usually offered through investment firms or brokers. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons of REITs investment in general. Let's start with the pros. First, REITs are readily available on the stock exchange, which means you can benefit from the lucrative real estate industry without having to shell out a lot of upfront costs or spend time fixing up and managing your property. REITs can also provide a steady source of dividend income, giving you an additional passive income to add to your portfolio. And if real estate is doing better than other markets, REITs have the potential to outperform other investments. But as with any investment, there are also some cons to consider. For example, real estate is subject to frequent fluctuation, and you may have to weather some storms in the short term. In addition, depending on the REIT, you may face higher management fees. And since real estate sales can take time, you may not be able to access your funds as quickly as you like. So now that you understand the rewards and risks of investing in REITs, you can make an informed decision about whether or not this is the right investment tool for you. Just remember, REITs are best suited as an investing tool rather than a place to store your emergency savings. Starting with REITs is easy. First, open a brokerage account, which usually only takes a few minutes. Once that's done, you can buy and sell REITs just like any other stock. REITs often give out large dividends, so it's a good idea to hold them in a tax-advantaged account like an IRA to delay paying taxes on these earnings. You can invest in REITs through your retirement account. If you have a retirement account like a target date fund, IRA, or 401k, you're already invested in REITs without knowing it. In addition, because a REIT's performance isn't always correlated with other market sectors, they make for a solid diversifying option to keep your portfolio balanced. If you don't want to pick and choose individual REIT stocks, a simpler option is to invest in mutual funds that focus on real estate investment trusts and specialize in investing in various REITs. These mutual funds offer investors a way to invest in the real estate sector as they choose the best options for you and manage your account as well.
The world is changing and technology is leading the way. AI is rapidly transforming the business landscape, and there has never been a better time to capitalize on its potential. Whether you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, or just looking for a new opportunity, artificial intelligence offers a wide range of options to make money. In this video, we will share 8 innovative AI business ideas you can start today and turning them into successful ventures. The first AI business idea is to start a virtual assistant business. With the rise of the work from home culture, there is an increasing demand for virtual assistants. Starting a virtual assistant business comes with low overhead. You only need to use AI software to speed up productivity, and you can work with many customers and charge them monthly retainers. The global intelligent virtual assistant market size is expected to grow at a rate of 28.5% by 2028. This is a promising opportunity for those looking to invest in themselves and start their own AI business. By offering virtual assistant services, you can help businesses and individuals streamline their work processes and increase efficiency, all while tapping into the growing demand for AI technology. The second business idea is about AI-based writing services. Writing has always been a valuable skill, and with the rise of technology, there has been a growing demand for writing services. With AI, entrepreneurs can now offer various writing services from copywriting to academic writing, resume writing, and more. Starting a writing business has become easier than ever. All you need is a good AI algorithm such as ChatGPT. Also, you need to do some market research, choose a niche, and you are good to go. The global writing services market is expected to overgrow, and there is a massive opportunity for those looking to invest in themselves and start their own AI-based writing service. So, if you're passionate about writing and have the skills to match, starting an AI-based writing service could be the perfect business opportunity for you. The third AI business idea is starting an automated recruitment business. Artificial intelligence has been in the recruitment business for a while now, but it needs to improve in several areas. Many recruitment apps use AI for reducing a candidate profile to a simple yes or no option, ignoring other crucial factors. You can step in and provide companies with a recruitment application that is as effective as a human recruiter. By using advanced AI machine learning and natural language processing, you can provide companies with an innovative and sophisticated recruitment solution that will help them find the best candidates for their open positions. All you need is to hire designers and programmers to create the app after doing market research and creating a value proposition that will distinguish you from the competitors. The fourth business idea is to start an AI-powered cybersecurity application business. The growing number of cyber crimes with increasing digitalization has led to a growing demand for cybersecurity applications. A report on reinventing cybersecurity with artificial intelligence states that 3 out of 4 executives believe that using AI in cybersecurity allows for faster response to new cyber attacks. As more and more businesses are going digital, the need for robust cybersecurity measures is only going to increase, and this is where you can tap into this opportunity. Developing AI-powered cybersecurity apps can be lucrative, especially if you are passionate about going after digital goons. The market for cybersecurity is expected to grow significantly in the coming years, making it a wise investment for any entrepreneur looking to make money in this field. The fifth business idea is to create an AI-powered IoT startup. The Internet of Things business has become mainstream and is driving growth for many companies. With the integration of AI, IoT has become more efficient with the ability to analyze collected data smartly. From anomaly detection to cloud robots and elastic cloud computing, many applications can be developed in the IoT space with AI help. Moreover, by leveraging sensor technology and AI's innovative analysis capabilities, an IoT startup has the potential to be profitable and provide valuable services to its customers. The global market for IoT is projected to grow significantly, with a predicted value of $1.6 trillion by 2025. This growth in the IoT market presents a significant opportunity for those who have a passion for technology and are interested in starting an AI-powered IoT startup. So, if you have the expertise and drive, now is a great time to dive into this market and capitalize on its potential. The sixth business idea is to start an AI-based e-learning application business. E-learning is becoming increasingly popular in education, but conventional technology has certain limitations. The impersonal approach in training and machine-decided learning plans can lead to a gap in identifying the diverse needs of students. Artificial intelligence can help bridge this gap by catering to the unique needs of each student. There is a significant demand for personalized and engaging e-learning experiences, and AI can bring that to life using machine learning algorithms. An AI-based e-learning application can provide students with customized lessons, assessments, and feedback. Furthermore, the application can also analyze student progress and adapt lessons accordingly, ensuring students receive an optimal learning experience. With the rise of remote work and online education, the e-learning market is projected to grow significantly in the coming years. The seventh business idea is to create a vulnerability detection application. As technology advances, the security of software and applications becomes even more important. Vulnerability detection is critical for preventing code manipulation and protecting against cyber attacks. Manual vulnerability detection is time-consuming and can be error-prone. This is where AI comes in. Using machine learning algorithms, a vulnerability detection application can automate this process, making it more efficient and effective. In addition, AI can optimize the process by using a database to compare details about the target attack surface and help scale up the operation. The demand for such applications is high, and businesses are always looking for ways to improve their security. With the growing concerns around cybercrime, a vulnerability detection application that uses AI has the potential to be highly profitable. If you have the skills and expertise, this is an opportunity to start a business in a highly demanded area and make a difference in the world. Lastly, the eighth business idea is to start a social media consulting business. With social media being an indispensable part of our daily lives, it's no surprise that businesses want to leverage its potential to reach their target audience. While Facebook and Twitter are still the reigning kings of social media, other platforms like Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Snapchat hold just as much potential, if not more. The potential for businesses to tap into these massive audiences is immense, but many need to realize it or know how to make these platforms work for their niche. This is where you come in. With your background in social media and core knowledge of these platforms, you can start a social media consulting business to help businesses maximize their reach and connect with their target audience. Using AI software will speed up the content creation process so you will profit from helping business owners. There are many business ideas such as crypto and stock bots, graphic design, AI software, and many more. Try to choose the field you have experience in. Find a problem in this field, then think about the solution using AI. If you found this video helpful, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell icon. Thank you for watching.